Yo, what it do, what it do, what it do. You are listening to your number one crew. This is Over the Roast Wrestling Podcast. This is your man, 50 grand, Mr. Mike Drop, with the infamous OTR, Over the Roast Wrestling Podcast. And I'm going to pass it to my immediate left, to my main man, 100 grand. Introduce yourself.
This is your boy Trey, aka OTR Trey, aka Treyway, aka Durag Trey. You feel me?
Yes, sir. And we in the building, Glasses Gang, number one, baby. So, I got a question for everybody. Did you miss us?
Shit, it's been. What's it been?
It's been a week.
Okay.
It's been about a week and a half.
Yeah, because I know we kind of stagger the days in which we record these. So it's still within that week. Sometimes it may be early in the week,
Yeah.
sometimes it may be later in the week.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all who tune in are wondering, yo, what happened to the room? What happened to the trio? What happened to all y'all? Man, let me tell you something. The schedule is busy. We're nonstop between work, between sports, between kids, between all kind of stuff. Like, you just don't understand what the schedule look like. But we always try to make time to make sure that we are here live on air, to give y'all something to enjoy, to listen to. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and jump into. We're gonna do it a little bit of reverse. We're gonna go ahead and go to our pay-per-view slash premium live event match cards. Give y'all a little bit of predictions. See what's gonna escalate. See what it might de-escalate, and then we're gonna get into some more interesting news. So Trey, go ahead and hit us with our first bullet of the day.
All right, so like JD said, man, it's a busy weekend this weekend. Saturday afternoon, because the PLE will be at 1 p.m. We have Night of Champions, or Day of Champions for us over here. And then Sunday night we have Double or Nothing, AEW. Yep. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start out with some AEW storylines, along with the pay-per-view. We can still call that a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and pull up this match card for Double or Nothing. All right. So we're gonna start out with the Hardy Party versus the Firm.
Hey, I got to put a pause. Hey, man, I just want to shout out to my mom, Duke. She's tuning in right now, man. Much love, Mom. Appreciate you always. Love you to death. Just had to throw that out there real quick.
Oh, shout out to her.
Yes, sir.
I love you too.
That's your other child.
But yeah, so the Hardy Party versus the Firm. This is how you know that I really haven't been paying attention to a lot of AEW. I forgot. Yeah. I didn't realize they was called the Hardy Party. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, I guess they called the Hardy Party because Private Party, they only have one member currently, so he's still rocking with Matt Hardy. He was actually a part of He actually was part of the Broken Crew. He was part of the Broken Crew at one point, because I had seen like a video where he was on the top of the building at the Hardy complex, and he was broken. Dang, I forget what his name was. It was Broken something, or Brother something. Yeah.
But so we got Matt and Jeff. Is it all three of them, or is it?
Yeah, it's all three of them.
All right. So against Ethan Page, who else is in the Firm? Oh yeah, Big Bill.
Yeah.
Big Bill and who's the other guy? I can't even remember.
I forget his name.
But damn, that's sad. But anyway, the stipulation in this is Matt Hardy will own Ethan Page's contract if he's able to beat the Firm.
Yeah.
So just go quickly through this. You think the Firm got it or the Hardy Party?
Oh, I'm definitely going with the Hardy Party. This is Brother Nero's return, so therefore Brother Nero will have a win under his um under his belt return, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'm definitely going with the Hardy Party. You know, that kind of sounds like an old school, like 70s, 50s music group. Yeah.
Nah, I feel you.
Yeah.
So then we got I'm going with the Hardy Party as well.
Okay.
We got Jade versus Taya Valkyrie.
Yeah. So
Is this finally going to be the time when Jade loses?
no. We've stated before that they are making Jade into the revolutionized woman version of Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm no longer will I say that. Well, I I might hold that off to the end because I was about to contradict myself real quick because I was about to say no longer will I say that each show of wrestling is copying each other, but about put my foot in my mouth because what we got on the topic list, it will put my foot in my mouth. But I feel like that she will retain and end up being a double champion soon.
Oh yeah, because they don't really have anybody to go against Jamie.
Right. They
And,
keep recycling. They keep recycling it, so it's gonna get stale, and they're gonna have to pull Jay up to fight for that main title. It
yeah, she
might,
only.
it actually might be all in where both belts are on the line.
That would make sense.
Yeah,
Given the name of the show. All right.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jade right now. Ty Valkyrie was a big addition, but I don't think I think they either want someone to come out of nowhere and beat her, or they
Hmm.
want a really big name to do it. It's one or
Right.
the other. And I don't think Taya is a big enough name
Hmm.
to take that belt off of her right now. So yeah, I'm Jay. Then we got the 21-man blackjack battle royal for the AEW International Championship.
Yeah, and they got a couple challengers that's named. We got uh Cat Shibata. I'm not gonna say his full name. Jay Lethal, Wheeler Yuta, Buddy Matthews, Powerhouse Hobbs, QT Marshall, Aaron Solo, and then of course the champion Orange Cassidy. Um, I'm oh man. I
so,
think
the, so,
he's
so
I think
is
he's
this
in this. I think Daniel Garcia is in this. And if Daniel Garcia is a part of this, for some reason I will see him winning.
and they're doing this kind of like the Royal Rumble where the champion is in the match.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard all the
But
names.
but then it's crazy because Jay Lethal's in the tag team match. So
We're gonna talk about that next. Uh, I hear all the names you said. I'm actually just gonna. I think that if Orange Cassidy loses the championship, it's going to be in a one-on-one match.
yeah.
So I could see him finding a way to sneak out the victory.
Yeah. I mean
So I'm just.
I would definitely love to see Buddy Matthews win a solo championship, but
Do you think he'll win
what
one before Malachi?
no, that's what I was getting to the point. Like since they got the trios, I don't even know if they want to do that again. Where the trios champion, like one person out of there had a solo belt, because they did that with the Death Triangle when Pac was the international champion, and
Mm-hmm.
he was the well at the time it was the All American championship, but
All
but
Atlantic.
then Yeah, All Atlantic. But then when he, I said All American. But then when he lost, like when they lost the trios championship, he still had his belt, and then soon he lost that right after. So, um, yeah, depending on who's left, it's up in the air, but probably Orange Cassidy will retain.
All right. So then we got, as you mentioned, we got FTR versus Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. And Jeff
Yeah.
Jarrett and Jay Lethal will be accompanied by debuting Karen Jarrett,
Mm-hmm.
formerly Karen Angle from TNA. Y'all remember that storyline?
Yes,
Even
sir.
remember it even got brought back up earlier this year or late last
Yep.
year.
Mm-hmm.
So she's in AEW now. She's all elite.
Yeah.
Um, FTR. I actually have Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett winning this.
You know, mm, let me see. I don't want to see Jeff Jarrett win the title,
Why?
bro. That's like
Because he's
Ric Flair
old.
winning the title.
He's moving way better than Ric Flair was.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. He's moving way better than Sting was. Like, I just don't want to see Jeff Jarrett win the title, so I'm going with FTR.
Okay.
I rock with FTR, even though they talk junk with us at Night of Champions.
Oh yeah, don't forget Mark Briscoe will be the special guest referee.
Ooh.
So that could change things.
So with Mark Briscoe being a special guest referee, that does not change the dynamic of that. But recently, FTR has like accidentally taken shots at Mark Briscoe. So yeah, possibly. I'm still going with FTR, even
Yeah,
though
I'm
they
gonna
talked junk to us at Night of Champions of 2019. Yeah.
I'm still roll with the heels on this one. All right. Wardlow versus Christian Cage in a ladder match for the ANT. I say ANT for the AEW TNT Championship.
First of all, who? So when did? Okay, so now I'm out of place because when did Warlow win it back?
He beat Samoa Joe for it. I
No,
forgot what.
Powerhouse Hobbs had the title, right?
Oh, he beat Hobbs for it.
He did beat Hobbs,
Yeah, he beat Hobbs for it.
bro. And it was on live TV. I guess my Wednesday, yeah, my Wednesdays be busy with practice, so that's how I missed
Yeah,
it.
yeah, he won it. He won
Okay.
it from Hobbs.
Um,
Because then they started doing
who
all
you got?
these vignettes, kind of like like a TMZ setup,
Yeah.
where QT Marshall was like the head guy with they always got the little water cup, and Hobbs
Oh
would just
yeah.
be sitting there or whatever.
Mm.
I'm gonna roll with Wardlow. I think that they royally screwed up his first title reign with the TNT Championship.
Yeah.
I definitely don't see Christian getting another championship right now. I do see Luchasaurus getting involved with it being a ladder match, so there's no DQ.
Yeah.
Um, Wardlow, I don't believe he has anybody back that will come and help him out. Maybe
Didn't Warlow lose the title in a ladder match?
he lost to Samoa Joe. Was that a ladder match?
No, I think it was the no hold barred match.
Yeah. So I see that happening, but at the end of it, I still see Wardlow uh, climbing the ladder and grabbing that championship. What you got?
Yeah, and I would think it. I'm gonna go with Warlow, and simple fact is Warlow wins. It sets up for a title match between Warlow and Luchasaurus.
And see, my answer may be different when that match comes about.
Yeah, because then I could see Luchasaurus actually getting the title.
We have a rematch for the women AEW Women's World Championship. Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm. Tony Storm is a heel at this point. They've switched roles.
Okay, so if it was for the fact that I could see the Outcast separating soon, I would say Tony Storm would win. I just don't see them disbanding yet because then it would make if Tony Storm wins, it would make her pretty much like the leader of the group. You get what I'm saying? And with them
Yeah,
being an outcast, they really don't have a leader of the group. even though most people would think Paige or Saray is the leader of the group, but technically they don't have a leader. Um,
That's
Tony
crazy
Storm,
because Ruby used to be the leader for one group also.
right, exactly, and so did Paige. Like Paige and Ruby were both leaders. So I mean, I still see something setting up between Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker a little bit down the line,
Mm-hmm.
over the title. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Jamie Hayter retaining.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go with Jamie as well. I know they have the history because now Jamie has Sheeta on her side to go along with Britt.
Hmm.
So if the Outcasts try to get in, fight them off. All right. So we got Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho in an unsanctioned match, meaning that this match will not count against their win-loss record with it being
Right.
unsanctioned.
Hmm.
So this is the returning match for Adam Cole. Well, not returning match, but returning match to pay-per-view for Adam Cole since he came back from injury. His
Yeah.
first feud. Jericho doesn't really. I wouldn't say Jericho necessarily needs this win. And then
Yeah.
with Roderick Strong coming debuting in AEW, it sets up for Adam Cole to have a partner now to continue the feud if the JAS want to keep going. So
Hmm.
I could see Adam Cole going ahead and winning this in his return match to pay per view.
Yep. I agree. I
All right,
agree.
all right, moving on. All right, here we go. One of the two matches that I'm most looking forward to: the
Hmm.
Elite, the recently reformed Elite, against the Blackpool Combat Club in the Anarchy in the Arena match. Now, before we give out who we think is going to win, I need your thoughts, man, on Cowboy coming back and proclaiming his return to the Elite, at least for this feud.
Be the elite. I we all felt that his reign as a solo competitor was just null and dry. It was boring. It was repetitive. It had no it just had no drive. But this him joining back with the elite just gives it so much charisma. It goes back to his roots. It gives us a little bit of New Japan feeling with the band being back together, almost like a DX reunion. So I definitely like it. I feel like it'll be good for uh I feel like it'll be good for him, man.
Nah,
Um
I'm with that.
yeah, I feel like it'll be good for Adam Page. Like it kind of jump starts his career all over again. You know what I'm saying?
The crazy thing is, Paige had one of those title reigns where when he won it, it was
Mhm.
epic, and then when he lost it, it was
Mhm.
epic. But
Yeah,
everything in between was
he had a big dog Roman Reigns title reign
Mm-hmm.
when Roman was the
Big
big
dog
dog and he
Roman.
finally, yeah, when he finally won the title, epic. When he lost the title, epic. Like yes, he did. Like they didn't want to see him hold on to it. So, you know, I feel it. I'm gonna go against Bleacher Report, and I'm picking the Elite.
Yeah, I'm picking the Elite too.
Yeah, Bleacher Report got Blackpool winning.
That's crazy because that's what I'm looking at too.
Boom. I'm literally. I think the Elite gonna pull this one out, man. You can't. I mean, you could put the band back together and have them lose, but nah, like they got so much against them. You talk about injuries and stuff like that, and just for the simple fact it's anarchy in the arena. Like it's about to be a melee. That match is probably gonna be an hour long, 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, and then you got the because like you said, the Bucks are still hurt.
Yep.
Kenny looks like he's fully back.
Hangman got
The eye patch.
instead of I was about to say instead of being a cowboy, he a pirate.
So Cowboy got the eye patch. I was just hyped because go ahead.
Now, the only thing that could be a debacle in this to where Blackpool wins
Don
is
Callis.
if Don Callis gets involved, which I kind of have an instinct that he is going to get involved, but
he's going to get involved. But the question is, how does he get involved? And the Elite, they have enough lackeys to fend off Callis. They got your man that walks around with the cold spray. You got your man with the headset.
I feel like it'll be something regarding the referee.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anarchy in the arena means that they could pin them anywhere, right?
Exactly.
So, okay. And then I did want to say, like, the build up to this has been great, in my opinion. It gets, I think it gets slept on, not by people that have actually watched AEW, but from other people who think, of course, the Bloodline has had the best story going in wrestling for the last 3 years.
Right.
And it's been consistent, and it hasn't really gotten stale. Because every time you think it's about to get stale, they do something to turn it up.
Mm-hmm.
But AEW has low key been having some fire feuds.
Yeah.
And Bryan Danielson turning heel to align himself with a heel Blackpool Combat Club. Them running roughshod over everybody. I love how
he's actually going to be returning to the ring for the first time in like 6 months
since he lost to MJF.
Yeah,
since he lost to MJF. Last time we saw him in a match, he tapped out. Ain't seen that. Yep. I love how he's the mouthpiece, but he splits it with Moxley. Because when you really think about it, Moxley should be the mouthpiece for this team, in my opinion.
Yep.
So I love Danielson, but sometimes when he's a heel, sometimes it seems like he's trying a little too hard sometimes to be mean. Yeah. Claudio and Yuta, they're good, just being stoic and quiet in the back.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like Claudio's the muscle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he don't need to talk.
Yeah, he's like the angry big brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna come beat some people up and leave.
I love the cage match between Kenny and Moxley. We talked about that last week. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this match. I also have the Elite winning. Because when you're a heel group or a heel act, you can afford to take more losses than a face group and act and still seem believable because you're a heel, so you can do anything to win. So next we have the 4 Pillars match.
Yes,
now this is an old thing. This is the tag, but we have the 4 Pillars. So we have MJF versus the champion MJF versus Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Who you got?
Now, if you didn't know, during the tag match, everybody thought that Sammy Guevara was gonna maintain his alliance with MJF going into Double or Nothing, which he ended that. So, man, this is okay. Damn, this is an epic match. Like, who do I say?
You already know who I'm picking.
Yeah, I know who you're picking. If I can't see anybody, damn, I gotta pick one.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Darby.
All right. And why?
It's time for AEW to have a face that runs the place. Darby Allin has probably one of the biggest fan attractions. He's definitely considered one of the underdogs besides Jack Perry. He is like kind of like a dark horse in all his matches. You know, even when he loses, he has a great match. I'm just gonna go off him off of my bitter favor. Not saying
And
that it's
I'm
gonna
pick
happen, but
and I'm picking my boy Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF, the BBB, the Big Burberry belt. My boy says he be putting shoulders on mats and banging rats. My boy is going crazy. I think that he's going to hold this championship. I could see him holding it for a year. Um, he only fights on pay-per-view. He's a big money draw. You notice they haven't been bringing up the whole 2024 thing
yeah.
with him leaving next year. They haven't brought that up. I think that this will be I think MJF's going to retain, and that way, this can just lead to more one-on-one feuds for him. One-on-one feuds between the other four pillars. Um, I just don't see MJF losing it right now. I feel like he hasn't had it
So
for that long.
so you see MJF holding it and um then go on one matches with the four pillars.
Mm-hmm. I could definitely
Okay.
see him. I could definitely see him having a one-on-one match with Sammy. After Sammy betrays him and doesn't lay down for him like he said he would, I could definitely see that being like the next feud to come out of this match.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's all we got for AEW Double or Nothing. I did have some other AEW news that I wanted to bring up because Mr. Mike Drop's favorite wrestler stays in the news. Mr. CM Punk. So word on the street now is that they have the new show coming to Saturdays, AEW
Mm-hmm.
Collision.
Yep.
So they're still going to have Rampage, still going to
Mm-hmm.
have Dynamite, but they're adding a third show.
Yeah,
So
because
number
they got rid
one,
of Dark.
they got rid of both darks. They got rid of Elevation
Yeah.
and the regular one.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 years in, AEW has 3 shows. So that's
Mm-hmm.
one topic. But it looks like
Mm-hmm.
they have the backing from the network. So that's why they greenlit another
Mm-hmm.
show to be on network TV. So
Mm-hmm.
Tony Khan doing something over there.
Yeah,
He keep
I
getting
mean,
shows. He keeps getting shows.
even though you refurbish the brand that looks just like WCW.
That was on purpose.
Yeah, I know.
That logo is lit
But
though.
no, the logo lit, you know, it's just pray that WWE doesn't have that copywritten.
I don't think they would have shown it if they did. In my opinion.
Yeah.
In my
So
opinion.
wait, I feel like it's definitely great.
Initially Collision was supposed to be like a CM Punk show because remember how Bret Hart was supposed to be the main guy
Yeah.
on Thunder?
Yeah.
Because remember, and then they said that they were supposed to be splitting the roster down the middle, not in like a WWE draft type of thing, but
Yeah.
splitting it up because it was so many hard feelings between Punk and a lot of the other star wrestlers on the brand. Now
Yep.
they saying that Punk is demanding that Ace Steel come back, the guy that got fired for biting Kenny Omega during the fight
Yep.
that they had backstage. Now Tony Khan apparently said that he would bring him back, but he's not going to be TV talent. He'll bring him back as like a background role or something.
Mm-hmm.
Not really too sure about that, but yeah. So that's the news on Punk and AEW Collision. But go ahead, what you were saying?
No, I was saying that I feel like it's good. What this gives is AEW. We already got Dynamite that runs like Raw, you know, and then you got Rampage that runs like SmackDown. So AEW Collision, you could definitely hard tune it, and that could be your NXT. So the people that really don't get a lot of TV time, you can have them on Saturdays. I think that on Saturdays, it definitely gives us a full day of wrestling since most of the premium live events for WWE is on Saturdays. Um, so that's definitely good. I rock with it. Hope that it's successful, man.
And I like the fact that they're bringing back wrestling on Saturdays,
Yeah, we need that.
like
Like live shows.
live shows.
And
Yeah,
and you're doing it right when you're doing it in a gap where we're not gonna have any really Saturday sports. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
once the NBA is done, we have a big gap where it's just baseball because hockey's getting ready to end. Hockey's in the playoffs. We're getting ready to go into a gap where there's nothing but baseball. Baseball a lot of times is on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and stuff.
they definitely
So
have
you
Saturday games, but that's when you would probably just put it on the Turner Network that's not showing a game.
yeah, but then it's like when we get into those games, it's like you know it Saturdays it could be like early afternoon or late afternoon and going into night. So with that gap before football season starts, before college football season starts, you could get you a quick, 2 months worth of runs where people are just tuning in to wrestling. And I think that would be big for their build.
Yeah. And then also, I wanted to bring up this about AEW. So they have the AEW All Access show.
Yeah, that comes on usually after Dynamite.
hmm Well, that
Yeah.
show will be moving to the Max streaming service. So
Yes.
HBO Max is about to change their name to just Max.
Mhm.
I think Warner Brothers bought them. I think
Mhm.
so. They're now going to be showing AEW on that, and they have like the Cody Rhodes show, Rhodes to the Top or whatever, is going to
Yeah.
be able to be streamed on there as well. So it's okay. So I see what's happening here. AEW, you got Max in the hole right now or in your pocket. They got two of your shows up there. Could we eventually get to a point where we see them have a streaming deal like WWE has with Peacock and have AEW put their stuff on Max?
Hmm. Big possibility, but I'll save that for another time.
Well, one thing I will say about this.
It's a deciding factor based upon something that's not wrestling related.
Okay, okay.
And
Well, I did want to
I could tell
say,
you now, it really all depends on if Power goes to Max because they're leaving
oh,
stars.
okay.
So if the buyout for Power happens and they purchase, if 50 Cent runs a deal with Max, I think that creates, because Power comes on like Fridays and Saturdays and stuff. So you're looking at that taking majority of the viewership as opposed to pay-per-views being streamed on Max. So, but never say never, you know. Um,
Yeah.
I
It
feel
would
like it would
definitely
be a
be a
big,
lot easier for people to access the pay-per-views for AEW because right now
so
they run them through Bleacher Report and
yeah.
other
So
services.
the only thing with that is that um they'll have to set up something because Peacock, you do have to purchase a certain subscription to watch some of the live, like the full, um, um, like all the previous stuff for WWE. Like if you gotta do the premium and see with HBO Max, a lot of times you get that for free, whether it's with your phone service or just with your cable service and stuff like that. So you want to really see them actually, their company's really going to be like, all right, so how do we make money off of them based upon them using our uh platform to stream and stuff. So it could always be a work in the making. Yeah, it probably could happen. You just have to see.
Well,
Money
I'm
talks.
interested to see. I'm interested to see how that's going to go down.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we got that out the way, I think it's time that we go ahead and switch over to the WWE. So they have their premium live event, Night of Champions, streaming this Saturday from Saudi Arabia on the Peacock Network. It will be at 1 p.m. Eastern time, because that's where we are, is on the East. So 1 p.m. Eastern time. So whatever that is for y'all, if you're on the West Coast, it's like what, 11 over there? 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but we have Night of Champions. So for number one, how do you what's your feeling for this? How do you predict that it's going to go? You think it's going to be a pay-per-view, B pay-per-view, C pay-per-view? I mean, premium live event.
B minus.
This is going to be a B minus. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can start with whatever match you want to start with.
I don't know. You know, you got new titles involved. You got new competitors. You got kind of different storylines. So I know it's not going to be a C. It's definitely going to be better. You know, we know how international premium live events run. They are usually better than the they're on par with the major four. So I think it's gonna be between a B and an A minus. So we can start. I'm gonna just go with CBS has. We're just gonna go down the line. It's not gonna be in no predicament order. So starting off, which this actually might start off the show. We have the World Heavyweight Championship match between Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. Who do you have?
I have gone back and forth on this.
This is tough, but we called this 2 episodes ago.
But even though I hated the fact that SmackDown superstars were eligible to fight for this championship, I must say that I predict AJ Styles will win this championship. I believe that AJ Styles will win this championship, and my reasoning is because I think that they're going to put the title on AJ, move him to Raw with the rest of the OC. But I think that it's a bigger play because I think that this will be the way for them to restart the Finn versus AJ feud, to have Finn finally get that title back, or get a title back, because Finn hasn't had any solo success in a really long time. I think this is just a bigger play to do that, and then you can have Seth continue to. They brought up Roman Reigns in his interview he did with Corey Graves on Monday. Everybody knows I try not to use outside forces because I know that Seth is supposed to be in the new Captain America movie. I don't know if the scheduling will conflict with anything. I try not to use that when I'm making these predictions, even though sometimes it's very valid. But if I'm sticking strictly to wrestling, I'm saying the Phenomenal One is going to take this championship.
Fresh off his injury. I could rock with it. I feel like that we get the best Rollins when he's at his breaking point, right? And nothing breaks him more than when he loses the big one, right? So we've seen Roman get under Seth's skin. We've seen Cody get under Seth's skin. We see Logan Paul get under Seth's skin. I don't think nothing will ever break Seth the way that he needs to be broken to be the top tier caliber and burn it down again, Seth Rollins, than losing this big time match.
Yeah, because he became a face by accident.
Yeah,
and I think that, and a lot of the feuds that he's been having have been against heels. This will be the first time he's gone against a face in a really long time. And I think people have been missing AJ, been ready for him to get back into the title picture. I think it's going to be a phenomenal match, no pun intended. Last PLE, I said Bianca and Io was going to be a 5-star match. I'm calling for a 5-star match for this one as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. it's been a while since we've seen Seth versus AJ, so I feel like they got two great superstars that high flyers, very technical. This match actually might steal the show.
And also another reason why I'm picking AJ is because, and this is no diss to AJ, but I don't think that whoever wins the championship first is going to have a long title reign.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they already have that with Roman. Roman's about to go 3 years with this undisputed championship. I don't think they want to have another long title reign. So I could honestly see AJ having it for like a couple months and then
Yeah,
dropping
like
it.
they've already said that this championship is gonna be for fighting champions. So this might actually be the title that we see being defended on live TV.
Hmm. We're gonna
So
see this one every month. We're gonna see it every Monday. He's
yeah,
not gonna be taking whoever wins this is not gonna be taking days off or weeks off like Roman.
yep.
Um,
I don't see an open challenge, but I feel like that we'll have a number one contender one week, and then boom, we'll have a match the next.
yeah, that open challenge shit is weak. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm tired
So
of it.
I see AJ winning, and then AJ losing SummerSlam.
Hmm. All right,
Yeah.
what's next?
All right, next, I am going to shuffle this one around. So we will go Intercontinental Championship, Gunther. The Ring General, Gunther versus Mustafa Ali.
Come on, man.
This actually might be a short match. This might be one of them slap arounds and then get them up out of there. So, we going with the man Gunther.
Gunther ain't losing his championship to no damn Ali. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Uh, hey, you
Next,
never know.
next.
Where we at? Are we in Saudi?
Yeah, that's why the
I
match is
don't
happening.
know.
Just like Zelina going to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, facts, facts, facts. All right, so next
That
we
needs to start
have
the show.
it
That
might.
needs to start the show.
We have the SmackDown Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Natalia.
All right. So I'm picking Rhea. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. But
Hmm.
I have a scenario that I actually want to bring up to you regarding both women's championships, but I'll say it after we go through both their matches. But yeah, I have Rhea winning. Love Natalia. Natty, she's cool, man, but really tired of seeing the same people trying to get these championships. They brought up the new blood. I wish they would have had someone new challenge Rhea. Um, I think this is just a filler title match for Rhea um, until she gets to a challenger that we actually believe will beat her. As much as
Yeah,
people respect Natty, nobody, I don't believe anybody really thinks she's going to win this championship. This is just a way for them to get on the card, which I respect, but I just Rhea.
got you. All right, so I'm going with Rhea too, and I think I know where you're going based upon his storyline with the Women's Championship. So we are gonna go to the next one. We're gonna do the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair, the versus
The Empress of Tomorrow. Okay, so I I want to pick Oscar so bad. I really
I'm
do.
picking Oscar.
I
I'm picking.
really do. But
I know where you're going.
every time I pick against Bianca, she's won. I mean, she's the longest
Yep.
reigning women's champion ever. So,
Yeah.
and I'm not picking against her because I really want her to lose. It's just to me, she's becoming really stale as champion.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've said it before. She's getting on that John Cena territory where it's starting to get to the point now where you want to see her lose it because she's held it for so
Mm-hmm.
long. She looks so unbeatable. It's like you look unbeatable to the point where Like, how are you going to lose it? You damn near on some Roman stuff, but you don't have
Right.
anybody. The thing that separates her and Roman is she doesn't have backup.
But she's had backup throughout her title reign.
She has, but she doesn't have like set backup. Like I
Right.
don't see her like unless Zelina comes out and helps her. I don't see her having backup against Asuka. But
No, she's definitely not gonna have backup because Asuka doesn't have backup. But
so I'm gonna roll with Bianca.
in the hopes that she loses.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go with Asuka, which is just as solidified as your choice of picking Bianca in hopes that she loses. I feel like if Asuka wins, we get more competitors to be championship eligible to fight Asuka, right? You're
Mm-hmm.
looking at Io Sky, right? Even though she's fighting for tag team championship
On Monday, right?
on Monday, yeah, you got her as a challenger. You got Zelina Vega as a challenger. You have um Dakota Kai. You got Dana Brooke. You got
And Xia Li.
Natalia. You got Xia Lee. You got Raquel Rodriguez. You got um
Liv.
Shotzi. You got Liv. Well, Liv is hurt right now, but when she comes back, you got Liv. You got Sonya. You got Chelsea Green. All those seem like likely competitors for
Indy. You got
Asuka.
Candice.
Yes, like all those seem like they could go in the ring with Asuka, where it's like, oh, they actually might have a chance to win. When you look at some of these matches of people going against Bianca, it's like they have no freaking chance, right? But there is only one person, maybe three people that actually look like that they can go toe to toe with Bianca, and those people are Charlotte Flair
Mm-hmm.
and Rhea Ripley.
Who was the first person you said? Your mic went out.
Becky Lynch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you got those, right? We've been calling for a rematch of Bianca and Rhea since NXT.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's where we're gonna head, but we will get a different variation of Bianca.
Okay.
We might get a more darker, more serious, more not playful, more attitude Bianca. I, I'm I'm tired of the sass. I want more aggressiveness. I guess you could say.
Hey, cut the sassiness down.
Yeah, cut the sassiness down.
All right. So I have a couple of scenarios. Tell me what you think about this, about how we can fix this women's champions being on opposite brands.
Mm.
I have a couple of scenarios. One scenario is they take the titles, they keep the titles on both Bianca and Rhea, or they lose those titles to people that are on the same brand as them, so the title stays, right? And what happens is
Mm-hmm.
at Survivor Series, we have a winner take all, and they unite the belt. They unite the belts.
Mm.
That's one scenario.
Okay.
Second
Mm-hmm.
scenario, we have the women's Money in the Bank. Where
Mm-hmm.
we possibly, I don't know if they would do this, but I could, two women's Money in the Banks.
I don't think they're gonna do it.
They wouldn't do two, but you could have one. And what I would suggest is you go ahead.
A women's variation. So I'm gonna take your unified women's championship,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna raise you a women's world heavyweight championship.
That's what I see happening because honestly, at this point, it's been long. Like it's been long enough. At this point, if they were going to have the championships switch back to the brands that they should be, they would be in the
They
works
would have
of
did it
doing
already.
that right now. They would have either done it already,
Yeah, they would.
or this PLE would start getting it that way. You would have somebody from Raw come and challenge Bianca, and vice versa.
Yep.
You would not keep having people on the same brand as them challenge for a title that doesn't even belong there.
Exactly. It looks real awkward to see all red brand, and then you have Rhea Ripley coming out with a blue belt.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, maybe you should have did one black, then you did one white, so it'd be neutral. So it really didn't matter.
Yeah, I'm surprised because Bianca and Rhea both look like they could have custom titles.
Yes. So women's the women's belt, right? I feel like should have white straps, and you should do WWE Women's Championship, and then you should do a Women's World Heavyweight Championship.
Mm.
Yep. Or like you can now that it's purchased from UFC. What do they call the women's title in
What
UFC?
is it?
The
Bantamweight?
bantamweight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since it's not heavyweight for a women's division, you could call it the bantamweight. This idea, but it
Yeah.
has to change.
Like, cause I could see like going back to the Money in the Bank. You have the Money in the Bank, and let's say Io wins it, and she cashes in. She's on SmackDown, but she cashes in
Mm-hmm.
on Rhea that night and wins it to
Mm-hmm.
take the title back
Mm-hmm.
to SmackDown. So now
Right.
you're still in this, but see the thing is, then you're still in a situation where you would have Bianca and Io, you would have two women's champions on the same brand. That's the only
Exactly.
thing why I was saying they possibly could do two Money in the Banks.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that kind of throws the curveball, unless they were to just make a because the champions shouldn't be punished by having to defend their titles in a ladder match. So I wouldn't say make the unified championship the thing that they're grabbing. But yeah, I think I don't know. WWE, I feel like they like having brand separate belts, brand specific belts. I
It's
feel like they like
I
that.
Yeah, but we're already seeing the transition back into the old school, so I feel like it's gonna be in their best interest. Like if you want to have two belts for the women, you just need to go ahead and make a women's world heavyweight championship.
Mhm. Yeah, I could see them unifying the belts and just having one belt right
Yeah,
now, and
yeah,
then just having the champion bounce back and forth.
and
But yeah,
make it white and gold.
that'll work.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna go Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. Something in me, I see Becky winning, but something in me says Trish
I
Stratus
want to
winning
say
via a
Trish.
leader interference.
There it is. But is it an intentional interference?
Yes,
Intentional to help Trish?
yes.
Because I remember
Because
going back,
I
I
feel like it
said
was
that I think that they've been working together this whole time.
exactly. Yeah, I'm using your setup.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll with Trish too.
Mhm.
I'm rolling with Trish
All right. So
because
two
it
more.
also before we go, because you got to think about it. You can't always just think about these things as far as who do you think is going to win. You have to think
Yeah.
about it as far as going forward. What will it look like? What does Becky have right now after this feud with Trish? She don't really have anything set up, and I don't believe they brought Trish back just for a one and done solo match.
Well, the next thing that Becky has to look for is the women's Money in the Bank.
Okay.
So that she automatically goes in competition for women's Money in the Bank.
All right. But yeah, I got Trish.
All right. So now we're going to the final two matches. We're gonna do the Savage Cowboy himself, Brock Lesnar, versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Did you see what happened on Raw?
Transpired Monday. Yes, I
Yep.
did.
Did you see what happened at the very end?
Yes, I did.
Um,
No, I didn't. I was
all
watching the
right,
game.
all right. Damn it, LeBron. All right. So, so at the end of the show, after the tag match or the 6-way tag match, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Cody's in the locker room. He's got his shirt off,
Mm-hmm.
fixing his stuff, and then in walks in Paul Levesque, aka Triple H.
Yeah.
Now, we haven't really seen Triple H and Cody interact like that on camera, have we?
No,
Since Cody's been
not
back.
since Cody. They hugged it out one time when he introduced Cody Rhodes.
All right. Now,
Mm-hmm.
they were having a very interesting conversation, and Triple H was trying to be the executive that he is.
Well, we kind of knew that was coming. We knew that Adam Pearce was talking to Triple H when he said he wouldn't listen.
Look at your arm. You could tell it's broken. I could look at your arm and tell it's broken. So he tries to talk Cody out of fighting on Saturday against Brock Lesnar. So pretty much it's just going back and forth. Cody looks at him as like, what would you do? What have you done?
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of it, I'm fighting Brock Lesnar. I'm going to win. I'm going to Saudi Arabia. I'm fighting him. Triple H, he sits back down. Triple H gives him that Triple H smirk, touches him on the leg, gives him a little massage on the shoulder, like good luck, kid, and then walks off. And that's how Raw ends.
Because, man, when I tell you, it's like a John Cena Triple H effect that's happened to Cody, because this is the same thing that happened to Triple H when he got the Kimura put on him, got his arm broke by Brock Lesnar, and still ended up fighting him. So we seen the same thing happen. A recycle.
But as far as this match, Brock will win this match. I don't think Cody's going to go up 2-0 on Brock Lesnar.
No.
And it's in Saudi Arabia. Brock is a big attraction over there.
Yeah.
Probably paying him a lot of money to go.
I see their feud ending in SummerSlam.
I can see it to where Cody fights Brock. Brock injures him to the point where Cody has to sit out until then.
I was gonna even. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Because I was gonna say, well, we put money in the bank, and then Brock will find his way to ruin that too.
And then also, I'm sticking on this train. I am dying on this hill. I still believe that Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman are still working together, and Paul and Brock Lesnar right now is a mercenary for the bloodline, because the Cody Roman story is not finished. I still believe this. I still believe this. So that's
we might be getting him at WrestleMania again.
We are, and that's when Cody's going to win it.
Yep, in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So okay. That's what I got. That's what I got for this match.
Yeah, I'll match. Bless you. I'll match you on that Brock Lesnar win.
Okay.
All right. So the final match, the Undisputed Tag Team Championship, Sami Zayn and KO versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa.
A few things. All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. KO and Sami's gonna win, and Roman's gonna eat the pin.
He's gonna what? Eat the pin?
Eat the pin. Roman's gonna eat the pin. Yep. And it's gonna be because of the Usos.
Intentional or unintentional?
Unintentional. I think what's going to happen is because I'm the way I'm about to book this match right now, it may appear to be overbooking, but if you listen to what I'm saying, you might not think it is. So we all know that Judgment Day has been beefing with Sami and KO, and so has Imperium. Judgment Day just pinned Sami and KO in a non-title match.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Heyman he's been getting his money's worth for the bloodline. He's been moving and
Yeah.
shaking, making calls. I could see a situation to where he has the Judgment Day come down to try to interfere,
Mm-hmm. And the
but
Usos take them out.
or the LWO, they take them out completely. And then after that, the Usos run down to try to help. And then because of that, somehow I could see Roman either hitting an accidental spear or Solo doing an accidental spike on one of the Usos, causing the distraction. And that's how they lose. The Usos are going to
So
come
I
down and
can
try to
see.
help, but they're going to get hit.
So with your thing, I can see the Usos accidentally super kicking Roman, Solo getting ready to Samoa spike Jay or Jimmy, and him talking to Malcolm like, "I'm your brother, he's not," and going on that gravy train, and then getting Haluba kicked and stunned. I see Solo taking the L.
The Usos are definitely going to get involved.
Yeah. You know, at first I was like, I'm actually shocked that these boys are fighting Saturday. Like I'm so shocked. Um, they have the title, so they have to fight. Because we already know how Sammy is, and his belief and stuff.
But he's allowed over there now.
Yeah. Um. So at first I was gonna say that that the Usos were actually gonna like try to attack Roman and Solo, but actually come in their favor, and Roman and Solo was gonna win it, and then the Usos are gonna go rogue to challenge them for the title at SummerSlam. But we need to see the tag team championship. So I don't see with Roman being off and on TV, that can't happen. So yeah, definitely got Sammy and KO then.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
but I don't see Roman taking the L.
Yeah, because I think that
I see them unintentionally doing something to Solo, and Solo taking the L.
The reason why I say I could see Roman taking the pin is because that would just be another thing to add into the story. Because Roman hasn't been pinned in 2 years.
Yeah.
But
and the thing, ooh. So it also could be Roman unintentionally spears Solo. That could be a way how he takes the pin, because you seen how he looked when he bumped into Solo's shoulder, like he's scared of Solo because he knows that Solo was sent by his father and his uncle.
Mm-hmm.
So Solo's supposed to be like the most feared Uso that there is. Because when Roman bumped into him when he was on last week on SmackDown, he looked at him like
I fucked up.
Yep. Yeah. So that could cause a rift in Solo where he actually joins his brothers.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I still see Sammy and KO walking away with the victory.
Yeah, because if the Usos get involved, what we see on SmackDown, like if the Usos get involved, we see Roman incidentally attack Solo. Roman try to blame it on the Usos. You can see Solo getting ready to Samoa spike the Usos, and then actually turning in Samoa spike in Roman. That's later on down the line.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I think that's it for Night of Champions.
All right. So yes, that is it for Night of Champions. So
I had two. I had.
You want to talk about John Cena?
Yes. So John Cena in a recent interview with Bully Ray's Busted Open podcast, which I think is the most hilarious name ever, said in the interview that he believes that Roman is the GOAT. He thinks Roman is the greatest of all time. And I, after thinking about it, I don't know if I'm ready to go there yet to say that he's the greatest of all time.
I'm not.
I think he's had the greatest title run of the modern era. But I know for a fact that John Cena ain't the GOAT. I've always thought that. I think that John Cena was in the right place at the right time, and I don't believe that
John Cena was the new
world championships.
So this is what I say. John Cena took the reign of being the people's champion, right? The Rock was the people's champion, gave that to John Cena, where The Rock maintained the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. So John Cena took that mantle of being the people's champion. I agree with John Cena being there at the right place at the right time, incorporated with the fan favorite. What I see Roman is Roman Reigns is Captain America. He is a lab created super wrestler, right? He was used as that test trial. He was used as that puppet to see, can we actually build a nothing into something? Because you look at his track record, he wasn't one of the top dogs in NXT. He wasn't.
I don't even remember him in NXT.
Dog, bro. Like, and he was doing punks, and you know what I'm saying. Like, he was still Roman Reigns, but he wasn't one of the top dogs. Like, the top dogs in NXT was definitely Seth Rollins and Sammy and KO.
And Bray. Well, not even Bray. No, it was Sammy, KO, Finn. Yeah.
Roman always played it, but it took the storyline of Roman leukemia to start his build, right? Even with that, it didn't work. Like, it really took forever. So you're looking at something that they really wanted to make happen, and they had to keep fixing. So that's how he's created superstar. So I cannot let him go. Well, it is right now that he is. Roman right now is the LeBron James.
No, you froze.
Look at his track record.
Say it again. You froze.
Oh. I said, look at his track record. I said that you could actually say Roman Reigns is the LeBron James of WWE.
Oh, well, then he is the GOAT then. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you're right, Roman. Roman, you the GOAT, baby.
He might be King Roman right now. King Reigns. King Reigns. But I mean, like, look at it, like, you know, he's lost, won. He's still hated, you know. Even when he wins, he's hated. When he loses, he's hated, you know, but he still gets respect. You know, you're talking about all the people before him calling him great and stuff. He did not get this recognition until just recently. It's taking him to break a record
of his career. It's been the best run of his career.
It's taking him to break a record to actually be called the GOAT. It's really taking LeBron to have to break Kareem's record to be called a GOAT, the GOAT.
Yeah.
For people to actually put.
I would say, in my opinion, I think Roman's, like we already said it, I think it's your opinion too. Roman's holding this thing until WrestleMania 40. So,
man, this dude on TikTok, he was speaking about Roman's title run, right? And he was just like he's over it and stuff like that. And I told him, I messaged, I was like, dude, it's obvious. Roman is taking the fourth place. He is erasing Hulk Hogan off that number 4 spot in longest reigning title reigns.
and I don't think that it's smart, and especially in professional wrestling when it's scripted, I don't think it's smart to say that nothing will ever be broken. But after this Roman Reigns title run, ain't nobody holding that title for no 3-4 years ever again. At least not for the next 30 years.
Like you really think about the stuff that they be talking about in the back, right? Behind the camera. You know that there's people in the top based upon all the democracy and politics revolving around Hulk Hogan. Even though he's still allowed to be around, come on shows and stuff like that, you know this talk is like, move how do we move forward from the Hulk Hogan era? Because he's still revolving in this era. How do we move on from that? We need one person. We have one person that can overtop him.
Mhm.
When they went 300 days, they already knew we found him. Let's keep the ball rolling. We cannot stop. What is it? How many? We need 10, 27. We got to get
Man, it pretty much solidified it for me that was going to happen when they introduced another title. As soon as they introduced the new title, it was like, okay, yeah, it's a wrap. Roman may never lose this damn thing.
the moment he beat Brock Lesnar for that title, you knew, oh, he ain't losing it.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't losing it. There's no way. If you beat Brock Lesnar for that title and this title against title and the kind of match that they had, you already know ain't nobody else to beat him right now.
Mm-hmm. And you got to think he's already beat John Cena in this title run.
Exactly.
Now, going back to Cena real quick, what do you think about his comments about the reason why he is no longer full time because his body can't take it anymore?
I think that's a bunch of bullshit. I think he's just loving Hollywood. It sounds too. It sounds too. It's compared to. It sounds too similar to what The Rock said. That The Rock wasn't physically wrestling
But
shape to.
It's been proven with The Rock. The Rock is hurt every time he comes back.
He does get hurt every time he comes back. And that's the thing, like The Rock said, he trains differently, right? He trains every day because that's a part of his living, right? He made it a part of his lifestyle. But they also said that like wrestling training is much different. It has to do with a lot of more flexibility and everything. That match against John Cena when he tore his groin off the bone, he rushed his return for that. So, John Cena, I just feel like he really doesn't want to do it no more, which is completely fine. And I honestly feel like he does not want to erase Ric Flair.
I was just about to go there. I was about to say, do you think with him saying this and saying that he will never be a full-time wrestler going forward, that pretty much puts an end to him breaking that record?
And I feel like the moment that it was heard that Charlotte Flair said that she will retire when she beats her dad's record, he wants to give that to her.
That's a real John Cena move.
Yep.
But do you think that? You
don't see him in Fast and Furious no more?
Do you think that we will ever see a male superstar break the record though?
Break Ric Flair's record? It's gonna take Ric Flair to die. The only closest person to that is John Cena, Triple H, and Randy Orton.
And all three are done.
All three are done.
Mm-hmm. So, I love Randy, but it's looking like he's done.
No, I don't see it happening. Roman's already pushed in his 40s, pushing 40. He's
And
38.
they just and they've already given him this crazy title run. There's no need to give him
And that's
the 17 championships.
he hasn't even won that many titles.
Nah.
He would have to win and lose. He would have to lose and win the title every 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not
Because right now, in order to see who will break it, you would just have to look right now at people who are eligible to break it. Who's someone that has at least like 5 title reigns by now?
the only closest person is Edge
Like
and Seth.
yeah, I'm about to say how many does Seth have? Because Edge ain't gonna do it. Edge's not gonna be around long enough.
Nah, Edge has, I think 8. Seth has maybe 6 or 7.
Yeah, so
If you're
I
including
mean,
the Universal Championship.
I think you have to.
Yeah.
Because Cena even said it. He said that when he beat Roman at SummerSlam, he said that would have put him at 17.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to think about that because I'm thinking right now. So that'll be upset. So if they did want to do that, they have a really long play involved. Then Seth probably could win this championship and then just drop it because he'll just win it again. All right, but that's what I had about that. I did want to bring up the Mercedes Mone injury. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did.
She broke her ankle. They had to call an audible for the match, so because she was supposed to win.
Mm-hmm.
But she did say that she's coming back. A lot of people say that they plan on her making a debut at Forbidden Door.
Mm.
But I just wanted to give you a quick thoughts on Mercedes Moné getting hurt.
Just speedy recovery.
All right, nah, for real. So that's a quick hit on that. Hopefully she doesn't not out too long. Did you get a chance to see Trinity Fatu's debut match for Impact?
I did.
You notice they still calling her move the rear view?
Yep.
So what'd you think? Did she look rusty?
A little bit. A little bit.
Yeah, that's expected. She hasn't.
And I think, and honestly, it's like, even though no matter what brand of wrestling you are, you're a professional, but you could kind of tell the difference between the levels, right? Impact is at the bottom. Then you got ROH. Then you got AEW, and then you got WWE. And I only put them in that order. Not saying AEW is over WWE, but WWE is a lot more protected. Even though they do sustain injuries, it's a lot more protected. AEW is a lot more
wild,
rampage involved.
It's like the Wild West over there.
Yeah, like they sustain the most injuries.
Mm-hmm. Because they're more reckless with their stuff.
Yeah. Like every match seems like a freaking no hold bar match.
All right. And then I agree. I think she looked pretty good. Ready to see what she continues to do. All right. And then final thing that I wanted to bring up is the AEW video game Fight Forever has a June 29th release. You excited?
I'm in between, man.
It says it's supposed to be more arcade style, like the Raw versus SmackDown games. I guess the team that made those is making this.
I'm seeing a lot of kind of WCW versus NWO the World type video game style. I heard the finishers are supposed to be legit though, but I don't know how to feel about it, man. WWE kind of 2K23 is good, but you know WWE kind of ruins the wrestling game. So then if you make a product that looks very much like subpar to their product, I don't know how to feel about that. I'm still gonna get it to play, you know, you know, because you got to, but like I don't know how to feel about it. I was hoping that they would do more of a realistic film. Not saying that the wrestlers don't look like the actual people, but kind of more of a realistic feel. But hey, you got to look at the money value of making a video game. You know, WWE has billions that they can use on making a game look as realistic as possible. You know. billions versus millions. That's what you get with your product.
Nah, I agree. Looking at the
But
still shots, I wasn't really impressed. But apparently they say the game's not gonna really look like the still shots. It's gonna be a little bit more realistic looking.
yeah,
So if that's the case,
but
I do
they're
trust
gonna
Omega.
yeah.
Yeah, I trust Kenny because he's into video. He's actually into video games. So I trust that he would put out a product that he would want to play. So
Yeah.
I think that it is going to be a good game.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And they're gonna make so much bread off this game.
Oh yeah.
Like
just because it's an alternative to
waiting.
WWE. It's kind of like when Live was really big, and then 2K came in. People were still playing Live, but then eventually everybody just moved over to 2K.
Yep, because we haven't had the NBA Live since 2018.
And then when you were still playing Live, people would look at you like, "Damn, like you still playing Live?"
Now it's like, oh shit! In WWE, we don't even got to do the downloadable content no more because we got an AEW video game. So you don't have to worry about download. Now with that kind of comes in result of 2K24's installment for WWE. You're not going to get a lot of that downloadable content that they make money off of.
Yeah, WWE, but they think they slick with all that DLC shit.
I mean, but
yeah, man. All right, well, that's all I got. You got anything else you want to say?
Hey, man, tune in to this weekend, jam-packed wrestling action starting. What's tonight? Wednesday? Starting tonight. Then Thursday, Impact. Tuesday. Starting tomorrow. Well, starting tonight. NXT.
Yeah, NXT.
Dynamite. Impact. SmackDown. Rampage. And then we got Night of Champions. And Sunday, we have Double or Nothing. What a great week to be a wrestling fan. Hey, man, y'all for tuning in. Trey has one more thing.
SmackDown is probably going to be pre-taped. Yeah, because they're already over there because they're supposed to be having a press conference Friday in Saudi Arabia. I may or may not try to hop on. I may or may not try to hop on stream for Night of Champions.
I will catch the playback because I have a tournament to coach this weekend. So
I may give y'all a gift. I may not. I don't know. But all right, so that's all I got. I'm your boy, Trey, aka OTR Trey, aka Durag Trey, aka Treyway.
Hey man, this is Slime. Mic drop. You already know what it is. Your man, 50 grand up in the stands, not in the rafters. But guess what? I'm a trap star. Hey, nah. But appreciate y'all tuning in. Check out the IG. Check out the YouTube stream. Always check out our live. Check out our back catalog where we got a lot of interesting topics there. We've talked about this so many months ago, what's playing out now. So, tune into the past if you're just now listening to us. Tune into Apple, to iTunes, Spotify, Anchor, whatever down my podcast platform that you can get your hands on. Tune in, give us a shout out. If you want to know about some other topics, flood IG, and that's OTR podcast. I think. But yeah, that's all I got. So with that being said, peace. It's Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. Over the Ropes Podcast.